Good morning, hi, hello, and welcome to another Fiberific live craft and chat. I have made all the changes. Hopefully, things are working. Things are looking good. Welcome to everybody who's in the chat. Sally, I love that you've changed your name to Sal, mod extraordinaire. I mean, it's true. It's true. So good morning to everybody who is here. We've had some early birds in the chat this morning. We had Kathy and John getting in quite early. Just having a quick scroll through the chat here. So good morning to everybody. Good morning to Ruth, Leanne, Gail Smith. Welcome to the chat. Gamer Widows. Kathy's still here. Josephine's here. So good morning. Good morning. Oh, we have a new name here. I don't know this name. Ceres Femia. Did I say that wrong? I probably totally trashed it. Good morning to Lindsay Chateau. Morning to Knit Spin Girls. So it's going to be a bit of a different stream here today. We've got a few things that are happening that are a little different. We've got some stuff we're trialing, and I wanted to try with all of you guys. It's Sheridan. Hey, Sheridan, welcome to the chat. So we've got a discount code for you guys from somewhere that we love. We've got a giveaway. I could have sworn I turned that to mute. Hang on a second. Let's see if we can mute the sounds. I don't know how to. I turned it right down. How do you mute an iPad when it's all the way down and it's still making noises for the notifications? So if you guys can let me know if you can see, if you can hear, if everything's bad and it's going to crash and burn. It's live. It happens. It totally happens. And do you know what? It doesn't just happen to me. I was watching a live stream earlier in the week, someone I greatly admire, and they had some crashing and burning going on. And while I felt terrible for them, it was also encouraging for me to know that it doesn't just happen to me. It happens all the time. We don't have control over the software. We don't have control over the internet. We can try and sort of make it the best that we can and just cross our fingers and fly by the seat of our pants. Good morning to Savage Knits and Aspen May Woods. Good morning. Dino True Gaming, good morning and welcome back. Ruth says that she can see me and hear me. All good. Thank you, Ruth. It's next to the volume slide. Let me just have a look. I don't have anything next to the volume slide. Anyway, look, if you guys can hear it, I'm really sorry. So John says seat of our pants. Or is it? But well, John, I mean, you got more skin in the game than the rest of us, then, I suppose. So today, I'm still working on my queen, guys. It's still going. If you haven't seen, over in the fun zone, our Lisby, who is here in our chat, who is Lisa over in the fun zone, she posted a photo of her finished queen that she did for her baby niece, I want to say. I could be wrong. I don't know. Anyway, the one that she was working on, and it's done. And she even did the multicolor border and everything. That looks fantastic. So if you're not a member of the Fun Zone, go over and join. Don't forget to answer the questions, because we don't just let anyone in the Fun Zone. You've got to be like a yarny lover to get into the Fun Zone. So we've got tricky questions to make sure that you can get in, like do you like yarn? So, I mean, non-yarny people would never say yes to that. Okay. The white background with the multicolor pattern, that's the one. Yeah. That was so pretty, wasn't it? Absolutely. I don't even think she's here to hear all our praise. So, we just can't do anything. Ruth Young is waiting on Snyder spindles and fluff. Oh my goodness. You're not going to know yourself. You're not going to know yourself. Jackie has thrown a link in for the Fun Zone. Thank you, Jackie. Right click those links. That way you don't get taken away from the stream. If you are new to the live stream and you're wondering, you can't see all the comments I'm talking about, just have a little check, look down, and if you see the words top comment, or top comments, it means that you're watching what YouTube think you want to see. So if you just tap that, you'll be given an option for live comments. And if you click live comments, you'll get to see everything that I'm seeing here. Game Widow is rearranging her office so she can get sewing. That is awesome. Andrea's, we let Kim in, so we would probably allow anyone. I mean, the standards aren't that high, really, are they? Good morning, Chantelle. Welcome to the chat. Oh, John, rookie mistake. Absolute rookie mistake, for sure. For sure. So today in my teacup, I have a very, very limited amount of French Earl Grey from the amazing Tea for Talia. It's a limited amount because I'm totally throwing my husband under the bus right now. He was supposed to pick milk up this morning and he didn't. And I used the last of it in this cup of tea. And it's beautiful. Now, you guys know, right, I plug Tea for Talia's tea all the time because her tea is delicious. That is the answer. Delicious, tick, yes, share with my friends, right? Well, I got a beautiful email from Nat yesterday saying that she wants to say thank you to everybody who's been ordering her tea and has decided that for the next couple of days, and I'm sure there's a date somewhere and I've forgotten to look at that, but the next couple of days, Nat is going to be, hang on a second, I've lost it. There it is. Hang on. Nat is giving Fiberifians $2 off each of their, now I've written 100-gram bag. I've since found out that some of them, depending on the blends, are 80 grams. But for each bag of loose leaf tea, she's going to give you $2 off. So if you order 3, you get $6 off in your cart if you use the Fiberifians code. Unfortunately, this is for Australian addresses only. There is a workaround that. If you are not in Australia and you really want some of this tea, Nat will ship it to me for you and I can add it into a Fiberific order. So if you have an order that you've got going internationally and you want some tea, you can ask Nat to ship it to me and I'll poke it in with your order. So that's our workaround. But Nat has just, it was just so random and out of the blue. I was just blown away. It's just absolutely blown away. Dino Chew is practicing Tunisian crochet. And my mum is arguing with me because she thought that I was knitting with one needle. I mean, it can look that way. It can look that way. Like we've all had it. People who absolutely argue with you that crochet is knitting, like while you're out and about doing your craft. It happens, but that's particularly funny. I like that. Jackie's thrown up the link here for Tea for Talia. So that is awesome. Hang on a second. Jen Deal's got something that everyone's congratulating for, and I feel like I've missed the bus. Hang on. Jen has an announcement. Jen has a new grandbaby. Oh, congratulations, Jen. That is awesome. That's so awesome. Congratulations to you and your offspring and their offspring. I don't know if it was a son or daughter. I'm sorry. But congratulations to all of you for that amazing feat. It's an amazing feat to make a baby. Game Widow says ordering this weekend. I'll have to look. I'll need to double check the date. I think that the code is only valid for like 3 or 4 days. So just make sure you get it in sooner rather than later. I think that's going to try and jump in the chat so we can confirm with her. I just don't want to go and open my emails and crash the system. And you guys know the drill. You know what happens. Crashing happens. There you go, John. Dinochu, John's got your back. Gaming is done. It's done with the hook. It's crochet by definition. That's right. Oh, enigmata. That's an amazing one. It's funny when people see you knitting and they ask what you're sewing. Oh, Nat's in the chat. It's for a month, you guys. It's a month. I thought it was a couple of days. And I was just like, oh my God, that's so generous. No, it's a month. You have a month to buy your tea. That means that Nat was here. And I was like, look, if you're international, just get her to ship it to me. So yeah, it's for a month. I'm so sorry. So this code, which I'll bring back up, if you didn't see it, there you go, is for a bag of loose sleeve tee, 80 to 100 grams, and you get $2 off every bag that you purchase if you use the code Fiberifians in the checkout. So that is awesome. That's so good. Yeah, close, 3 to 4 days. It's a month. Look, do you know what? What has been happening to these months? Because it does feel like it's like you turn around and you're like, what happened to July? Holy cow. It's just disappeared. Absolutely disappeared. Oh, okay. All right. There we go. Now I understand where my confusion came from. I looked at the days, not the month. So I'm thinking 12th to the 16th. I didn't think 12th of the 8th to the 16th of the 9th. So thank you for the clarification. This is going to do my head in, you guys. I have to work out how to make the notifications stop. All right, hang on. I've got my iPad. I've just got to do it. It's doing my head in. I can't make the notifications stop. It just doesn't seem to. I mean, I know one way to make the notifications stop. You don't need to be connected to any Wi-Fi to show me my pattern. Ha! Right, that's one way to stop it from notifying me of stuff, isn't it? I am the winner. I am the winner. Okay. All right. The code is Fiberifians. Here we go. I'll bring it back up. The code is Fiberifians. So if you guys want to get that in. John's putting in the Americans date. Sorry, John. We don't. But I remember having a massive discussion with somebody about the dates. Now, like, yeah, but don't you automatically think like September 6th? And I'm like, no, I think 6th of September. And they're like, you're wrong. No, I'm not. I'm not wrong. All right, Lisby's in the house. Lisby, we were talking about your pattern and how beautiful that your queen came out. I don't know if you were here for that. You might need to scrub back a little bit, but we were talking about you with your ears burning. Oh, Sally sent me a message showing me what to do. Thank you, Sally. I'll look at it after. But I should have stopped all the notifications now by disconnecting it from the internet. Wow. No, I'm not reading you guys. Sorry. I try not to read messages while I'm streaming. I've already got like a nice big long list of messages. So what have you all been working on? Let me know in the chat while I have a sip of my very precious tea that's nearly finished. I brought water out for the rest of the stream. It's definitely water. It's not watercolored things. It's not clear liquids of other descriptions. It is totally water. Oh, it's for your sister-in-law. Awesome. So Lisby did miss all our love. Giving you the little queen to my sister-in-law today for her new baba. That's amazing. Stay tuned if she likes it. My question is, how could she not like it? What kind of monster doesn't like a beautiful queen blanket? Let me look here. Oh, John started one of the zipper mosaic purse pouch things. I don't have mine out here. I think it's inside. Otherwise, I would show you, which I love it. Xeris is making a Frankenmathing and Argyle vest. My brain can't even. It's because, Sheridan, I know it's you now, and I try to say the handles rather than the names. Sorry. Frankenmathing. I love that. Jackie, I'm with you on this one. If she doesn't like that queen that you have made, that beautiful cotton queen, she's legit a butt face. Holly is 2/3 of the way done with her niece's blanket. Josephine found a sweater that she'd finished but never blocked, and the moths got to it. Oh, no. So I've frogged it and I'm starting again. Is the wool okay, or did it get monched too much, or is it just like a hole? Ruth is starting a Ron Strong pattern. Ron Strong has got some really interesting stuff. He's been around such a long time and just been constant and prolific and just does heaps of stuff. Chaos, not enough camphor. No, you can't. Camphor's bad. Camphor's bad, especially if you want it to come near me. Camphor's like on my list of stuff I can't do. Hey, Claire, welcome to the chat. She is listening as she does the housework. That is so awesome. Now we're going to be doing a little giveaway later in the chat, so hang around if you want that. Let me know if you want to see what I'm planning on giving away. Oh, Lisby says, my bro is so picky. Time will tell. I've got a rainbow bag with sparkles. Oh, my goodness. Wow. I'm on row 468 out of 224. It's confusing, isn't it, that you've got to like renumber all the numbers. Wow. Oh, the moth was vicious, but you have spare yarn. That's so sad. That's so sad. Savage Knits is working on a sweater, the Fast and Easy Flax Light pattern by Tin Can Knits. One of the things I was going to do today, which you've just reminded me of, Savage Knits, sorry, is I was going to swatch the new yarn that we opened last week because I still haven't touched it. I've been really good. And the problem being, I was like, okay, I'll swatch that today during the live stream. And then I was just like, I haven't picked a pattern yet. I can't swatch it if I don't know what I'm swatching it to. So I was like, ugh. So I put it down and I brought out my queen. I've only got a couple more rows of the orange left to go, which is great. And then I think I'm onto yellow. I should probably check. I've got all the colors all lined up in a crate thing in my craft room so that it's like, go and get the next one. Yoink. Holly says, I personally love the queen, but I know my niece and sister wouldn't want it if I made it for them. Oh, okay. All right. Liz B says, I've been good too. My queen is finished before the birth, and I'm finally playing with my rainbow sock yarn. See, that was the reason why I didn't get that to you in a timely manner, wasn't there? Sorry about that. Wasted my money on those math and economic degrees. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Okay, so we have got, just having a look here. This is where my queen's at. Oops, just throw my hook. So the queen is still going. It's still happening. I can't see anything here. Hang on. Because I'm blocking the screen with my queen. It's going. Look, it's happening. It's still moving along. It's massive. I started making sure I try and get a row or two done through the week. Hi up there. I don't always, because I find that I'm like, because I'm rearranging everything in here and I'm going through all the stuff and making more space and things like that. I'm finding that I'm not getting as much craft time and it's annoying me. So now I definitely want to make sure I get that. Jackie says that you could swatch with the recommended needles and see what gauge you get, which will help you choose a pattern. I mean, there is that, but you know, I like to swatch to a pattern because then if I realize straight away it's not working, I can change needles and go from there. Hello, Franca from the UK. Welcome to the chat. It must be very late for you. Thank you for making the effort. Art Song is nearly finished. Art Zag, sorry. And I'm sorry if I've trashed your name. Nearly finished a queen size virus blanket. It's taking forever. I can imagine it would be. Those virus blankets are insanity. I looked at them and I was like, nope. You're definitely braver than I am, without a doubt. John is 12 rows till he starts the border of his queen. Franca says that it is 1:20 a.m. Franca, you are like, I personally have stayed up to this sort of time to watch live streams, but I'm so glad you jumped into ours. I hope that there's no evil reasons that you're awake so late and that it's just because you were sucked into a project or something that you're enjoying. But we will be doing a giveaway very, very soon. Sally says, so I should be really working on my knitted jumper, but I'm still addicted playing Stardew Valley. I actually uninstalled Stardew Valley for like 12 months because I was just not doing it. I was not doing it. Sally's got some choc mint tea. I have ordered mint sliced tea to come from Tea for Talia, but when you order it, you can get a $2 discount code off each bag that you order. So the more bags you order, the more you save. Franca says, I never win anything. I understand those feels. I was in this big thing this weekend and it was just like giveaway after giveaway after giveaway after giveaway. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even here for the giveaways. It's fine. It doesn't matter that I haven't won a single thing and I'm seeing people win 3 and 4 times. I'm here because of the reason for the stream and to support that. And that's what I'm doing. And then next thing you know, I won one of the prizes. I think I needed an attitude shift. So I had the shift. So, you know, sometimes a lot of things come down to our attitude shift. But I definitely understand. I definitely understand. John says, that reminds me, I need to check on my turnips in Animal Crossing. Oh my goodness. Oh, Aspen says Stardew. Don't get me back into it. Oh, it's one of those games. It's one of those games. I'm stuck on a sweater I'm knitting. I need motivation to get into gear. I find I spend time online shopping for new needles. Enigmata, I 100% know how you feel. Not so much with the shopping for the new needles. I know what needles I love and I've got them. So I just stick with what I've got. But I do spend a lot of time researching and finding things online and not getting my craft done because it's really hard to craft and type and watch reviews and, you know, all this sort of stuff at the same time and get any meaningful work done on your project. So my suggestion is, unless you need the needles for this sweater, back burner it if you can. And just focus on the sweater for a while because it's one of those things you're feeling guilty. But the other thing is, are you enjoying the sweater? Like, is it a nightmare project? Do you have to do it? Can you frog it and make something that you're more passionate about? I don't know. Gamer Widows has, I'm just checking. Oh, Gamer Widows advent calendars have gone live. Can somebody pop in my link for Gamer Widows off the link list? I hope it's there. If it's not, let me know. I've got a link there for Gamer Widows. If you can pop that in there. Gamer Widows has put out some amazing stitch marker sets for advent calendars. And you've got some choices. Says Chantelle, who's like, don't go researching and buying new things, except go and buy this. Yeah. So, Enigmata says, sometimes buying needles and Notion sometimes gets me motivated. I understand that. I know that, like, from a slightly different perspective, when it comes to like all my live streaming stuff and all my live streaming gear, I'm just going to move on my chair. It's just dropped a little, so I'm just going to have to bring the table down. There we go. But yeah, so sometimes just getting a new mic or buying some new cords or grabbing a new light or something like that. It just like new energy to create the videos and do the things that I want to do. Whereas sometimes you're just not there. You're just not there. And I understand it. I don't know if it's the right way that we're dealing with it, honestly, but I definitely understand it. Lindsay says, any guess what the shipping might be if we order tea for the order in the Fiberific for International Folks group? I'm confused, Lindsay. I'm confused. But the reality is that anything under 500 grams is about 20, 25 Australian dollars to ship. So that's what I was saying. If you're already putting in an order for Fiberific, we can combine that and it probably won't cost you any extra. But yeah. I'm sorry. I can't really work around that because it's just how much Australia Post charge. Where are we? Sally's so close to completing the community center. That's on Stardew Valley, guys. Franca says that she's awake because her sleeping habits are all messed up. Like all I can think of, like how I fix my messed up sleeping habits, because mine get screwy all the time, because every Saturday night I stay up till like 3 a.m. watching a live stream that runs because I love it. And then Sunday I'm toast. And like, why would I stay awake for a live stream that's going to make me toast? Because it's such a good live stream. It's a techie one, and it's like YouTube education. So I'm like, I'm there. I want to make sure I'm like up on all the stuff. And usually I am, and I can actually help people in the chat, which is cool. But yeah, it's definitely not good for my sleeping habits. But I find that all I can do is just try and stay awake as long as I possibly can and just not lay down, not sit down. I've learned that if I sit down, I doze off. I don't normally doze off on the couch. But if I've been awake on the Sunday and I sit on the couch, I end up having a nap Sunday afternoon, which continues on the nightmare. And so try and just stay awake and push it to as close as your normal bedtime as you can. Oh my, like, I mean, I don't know if that helps or not. It probably doesn't, because you're probably already doing that. Oh, here we go. We've got the link for Gamer Widows. So if you right click that link, you'll get to go to Gamer Widows Etsy store, and you get to go and check out her limited edition advent calendar stitch markers. And Game Winners makes her stitch markers. You can choose for claws, like little bitey claws, so that you can use it on your crochet as well. So oh, look at this, and Jackie's put the link in. So yeah, Enigmata says that's exactly how I am. Look, to jump around so much that we are today, it's just one of these things. Sometimes a new thing guilts us into using it because we're like, oh, we bought the new thing, I suppose we better use it. And sometimes it's just exciting to use it because it's the new thing. Now, I don't know if it's a healthy thing to do. It's probably not, certainly not healthy for my bank balance, but it's really, really a way that does help. But if it's a project that you really are not loving, unless you have to do it, it's probably time to frog it. Holly says that I was watching your video on continental knitting and it made me want to try to learn to knit again. Holly, it's one of the things, like I was a crocheter for such a long time and I had learned standard English knitting. And I was so slow and I would drop stitches and I didn't know how to fix them, and it did my head in. And so I didn't knit. And for many years, there was myself and a girlfriend, and we would be trawling like Ravelry and all these like different places for patterns back in the day. Like it was when Ravelry was new. And it was definitely one of these problems that I had, that I'd look at and go, oh my God, that's beautiful. Oh, it's knitted. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Oh, it's knitted. And I felt like I was just missing out on so much. And if you know me, you know the FOMO is real. I hate missing out on things, especially if the only reason I'm missing out is because I need to learn a skill. Now, if it's a financial or a location thing, I kind of can suck it up a bit better. But if it's just because I need to learn a skill, I am in there. I'm in the trenches. I'm learning that skill because I do not want to miss out. And so that's what I do. And I think I put that across my entire life, not just for yarn crafting, but it's one of these things. I hate missing out on stuff. And I was missing out on these really cute patterns. And my daughter was at like the perfect age. She was like 2. And I wanted to make all these cute little things for her, and they were all knitted. Couldn't do it. And at the time, I thought, I can't learn to knit. I've tried. I can't do it. And it wasn't until I was at, I think Abby was 3 or 4 by this stage, and I was at the local Spinners Guild group, which they also did knitting and crocheting, and they had like nights where you just sit around and there'd be 20, 30 women sitting in a room just chatting and doing whatever craft. And I saw this lady knitting, and I was just like, what are you doing? And she goes, I'm knitting this. And she showed me the pattern. And I was just like, but what kind of knitting is this? I'd never seen anyone continental knit before. I had no idea I had options. No idea I had options. And that was it. She told me what it was. She was like, just hit YouTube. There's tons of videos. I found a really great video. I mean, the quality was really trash, but the teacher was really good. And then that's sort of what happened. And then after I started the YouTube channel, I was just like, maybe I could make a better video, like teaching the similar sort of style that I learned, maybe with a few of the tricks that I picked up over the years, but with like a better camera and audio. Oh, the audio was very bad, but it was a next step up. And I'm thinking about reshooting some of my older videos now that I've got some better gear and I can get some better angles and things. So if there is a video in my lineup that you guys like the look of and think it needs a revamp, send me a message. Let me know. Enigmata says, you're right. I'm really not liking the sweater because I had added short rows to modify the neckline. And if I were to start over and knit the way I want, I'll be motivated. Good point. Do you know what? We've got Josephine in the chat who had finished a sweater and it just needed blocking. And then she's found that admittedly moss got to it. So she's pulled it out of the pile, and she is frogging the whole thing to fix it back. No project is too big to pull it out and start again if you really want it. Knit spin girls, or yeah, tech things. Oh my gosh. So those of you that are new here don't know that this camera used to be a different camera, and I still have the camera. It's a great camera for taking photos and for short videos, because every 30 minutes it would turn off. It did not have an unlimited power. And these live streams go for 2 hours. And I'd be sitting here working away and blah, blah, blah. And next thing you know, in the chat, face cam. And I'd look up and it's off, and I've kind of got to reach over and touch, which is great because I can't reach now. I'd have to literally get up and go and do it. But yeah, upgrading things helps sometimes. It definitely does. Bob says that when she's finished the Osmanthus shawl, which I did get your message for, I am checking something. I have a skein here, but I'm not sure if I've promised it to someone else. So I've sent them a message to double check, because it might have just been that their order ended up on top of it. But I just want to double check before I let you know. Let me just have a squiz through here. So many comments, you guys. So many comments. Hang on a second. I moved the thing, and now I have to move it back. Moving it back. There it is. Enigmata. I know buying new things is not exactly right. Almost like buying new sneakers to motivate myself to work out, but I do enjoy procrastinating. Sometimes you need the new thing. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes you're like, you know what? Wearing these sneakers for working out is not safe. They could have holes in them. They could have flappy bits on the bottom. I mean, I only know this because my current sneakers little thing is flapping, and they probably need a new pair. But yeah, It is definitely sometimes the way to go. Only if it does actually motivate you. Otherwise, it's a waste. Lisby. All right, everybody. Let's make a poll. Should Lisby, let's see, can I type? Yep, there we go. Should Lisby make matching booties? Booties and beanie, or booties or beanie? Go with her queen. All righty. There is a poll in the field, I think. We'll see if it worked. Can't type. My keyboard's so far away I can't reach it. Oh, I know what happened. I assumed that hang on, I've got to delete that poll and do it again. That was me. That was me. Hang on, guys. Sorry. Add a poll. It had yes or no. Oh no, they're there. They're there. Okay, cool. I'll leave it. I'll leave that one. All right, you guys. The poll is in the field. Okay, we'll leave that go for a little while. Oh, the yeah should have been T. Okay. All right. No worries. Lots of people talking about how their sleep routines are all screwed up. Yep. Staying home a lot's not helping. Jen says, I'm older than you, I'm sure, Chantelle, and I don't even know what sleeping habits are. I work night shift. But see, that you've got a sleep routine it's upside down from mine. Tell you what, I'll be back to my night owlness once my daughter is finished school and I don't have to get up for school runs anymore. You should, like, I topsy-turvy for the school holidays. I'm like, no one's going to come and talk to me at 10 o'clock in the morning. So I can stay up till 3 working or doing whatever I want and then sleep those hours and then get up later, come out and do the same amount of work I do, but I feel better for it doing it the other way. So Enigmata says, I'm a night owl and 5 a.m. bedtime easily becomes a habit if I'm not careful. Yeah. I mean, and that is the thing. That's the thing. Like, being a night owl doesn't help if you've got to get up and be human in the normal business hours. Melatonin is a lifesaver. That's awesome. I said I would watch a live stream of a lady in Victoria, Melbourne. She does Wednesday and Saturday. Okay. John says, I learned to knit throwing and then I learned crochet and I can't knit anymore. I keep saying I need to learn continental. It's definitely something to look into. Like, you may still not enjoy it, but it's definitely worth, ruling it out. Kim says, if FOMO is an issue for you, we should stop being friends. My bank account agrees. Yeah. Lindsay is saying that the Corgi butt stitch marker is amazing. Oh my gosh. And Enigmata says, I spent a week learning English style, then I learned continental. Now I feel like all thumbs when I try to throw. I need to improve the continental purl. Have a look. There's actually a few different methods to continental purl. And the one that you're doing may not be one that works for you. And you can go and work out one of the others. There's like 3 or 4 different continental purls that just work. Sally says, before I left my job for health issues 6 years ago, I never thought I would be crocheting or knitting. I started it for something to keep my mind and hands busy, but now I love it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Godmother was German. She knitted continental. Mum knits English. I learned crochet first from a great aunt, and now I knit continental. Yeah, that's the thing. We've all got people in our lives. Franca says that the continental knitting is German knitting. I think it's more than just German. I think it's Norwegian as well. I think that might be why they call it continental, but I could be wrong. Enigmata says she'll have to check out my continental video. So that is awesome. Please do. My queen is coming along speedily. Go, Melissa. You've got this. You have got this. Jackie says that Continental was a lightning bolt for me too. Was able to keep my tension and maintain my come back here and maintain my yarn control so much better and develop a rhythm. That's the thing. Like, you've got to work out what works for you. I've got a girlfriend. She's a thrower. And she is lightning fast. She keeps her hand movements minimal, and she just sort of is more flicking. I think she's a flicker. And I just watch her go, and she's just like, and I'm just like she makes my Continental look slow, and I'm not a slow knitter. So I'm just like, far out. Yeah. Yeah. I've done that, which is funny because she was awake. Yep. Oh my goodness. Gail Smith is spinning with white mohair with a black t-shirt on. Yeah. I don't know what the deal is, but for some, I mean, I do wear a lot of black, so that probably doesn't help. But whenever I'm spinning, I look down and I realize I am covered in fluff every time. Every time. Did Dinah Chu ask a question? And I missed it. What time is it for you? It's 8:36 a.m. here for you. It's 10:40 where I am right now. So yeah, we're probably a couple of hours different. Got lots to talk about the Norwegian pearls, and that Norwegian knitting is continental as well. There's also a variation of pearl that uses a bit like the Portuguese do, and it uses more of your thumb. Look at this. So many different options for doing a continental style pearl. So many options. Casey is here. Hey, Casey, how are you going? Okay, so let me know in the chat. Do you guys want to see what I'm going to give away today? Like, I mean, if you don't, that's fine. I won't give it away. But if you want to see it, you guys know I don't do giveaways very often. I used to, and I realized how bad they are for your channel. But I want to test a tool, and to test the tool, I need to give something away. So, Jackie's popped in a link for my continental knitting video. Thank you, Jackie. Make sure you right-click that link, otherwise you will disappear. Well done. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to have to hold it in my hands because I've got my queen down. I've just realized I don't know if the colors are going to be washed out because of the queen. So let me change cameras. There we go. That's hard because, yes, we want to see the thing. Have you seen how fast the yarn harlot can knit throwing? No, but I know some people go insane. Enigmata says I purl with my thumb. I thought it was strange, so I'm trying to learn a more normal way to purl with my index finger. I have long fingers, so that may explain my weird purl. I took the finger tilt down for my pearls, but I've got a girlfriend who she actually twists her wrist and comes in from underneath, and she doesn't do either. So there's lots of different options. Ruth says that it's 8:45 p.m. on Wednesday here in Florida. Awesome. Now, my giveaway is international, so I will post it to whoever wins it, okay? So don't feel that if you're not in Australia that you're out. It's not the case. So, and this is just for those that are here for the live stream, you guys. So if you are not here for the live stream, then you don't get a chance to win it. I'm sorry. I know that some of you just can't watch the live streams, and I 100% understand that. But I've got one thing to give away, and it is what I'm going to do. So this is what we have. We have the Peach Nectar in Pegasus and in the Mohair Silk, so in the Leo 2, and they go together and they'll look amazing. What I like to make with this is it's in a box. I should have pulled it out. Is the Thatcher hat from Adobe Designs. So you could totally go and check out that pattern. That's a good response, John. I like that response. So what we're going to do is there is a cool new tool here on StreamYard, which I want to test out, which is why I'm giving you guys the opportunity to win this peach nectar pack. So what you need to do to win is that has not done what I wanted it to do. Hang on a second, my thing disappeared. Let me see if that makes a difference. There we go. Type in peach into the chat now. The entry numbers will increase. We'll get rid of that banner off there. So if you type in peach into the chat, that will automatically enter you into this draw. There we go. Someone's written peach. John is in. So everyone who enters peach into the chat goes in for a chance. So like I'm thinking like there was like 40 people who are in the chat. There's only 19 of you who want yarn. What, really? 21 of you want yarn? I know there's a little delay in the numbers. So yeah, we'll keep going. Now, you can only enter once. It'll automatically only choose your name once. So there's no real point in putting your name in heaps of times, Kim. Just saying. And it's actually a really cool tool that way. It's 7:45 for PM in Alabama for Savage Knits. Nice. So yeah, so we're getting some good entries. All right. So is everybody who has entered everybody who wants to enter, are they in? Are there still people waiting to enter? So we've got 30. There's 30 of you who want it. Is that it? All right, we're going to draw it. Spend now from Lindsay. Oh my goodness. I'm just giving it another second just to double check. All right. Now, if you win, you'll need to send me a message to let me know where to post it to. Peaches come from a can. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's draw this thing. There we go. Making Nana Proud is the winner. So Making Nana Proud, if you can send me a message or email me, Chantelle at fiberific.com.au. So congratulations to Making Nana Proud. And that's a name I don't know. So welcome to the chat. Unless it's one of you sneaky sneakers who have come in with a second account, then I'm just like to that. So congratulations to Making Nana Proud. I'll pop this aside, and when you get in contact with me, we will organize shipping to you. It's a lurker, says Kim. So lots of congratulations happening in the chat. Lindsay says that's a fun tool. It's a great tool, and it's not a lot of hard work. So the only issues that I have, right, is right now I'm using the StreamYard tool. It's a StreamYard software. But to bring it in, you've got a screen capture it to bring it in. It's not integrated. You can't just click a button and it appears on the screen, which is dumb. So, yeah. No, I'm just new. My name's Richard. Okay. All right. Well, send me a message, Richard. And I will. Lisby says, "Oh man, I could have used the hubby's account." So yeah, the best issue is the one of you reads. I don't know what that means. Sorry, Freaky. All right, let's drop into our top-down camera. That was a bit of excitement, right? Like, that's a pretty cool tool. I like that. Game winner says, I've got one more sip. I've been holding out, but I can't top it up with warm, so I might as well just drink it. Oh, Lisby's poll. Chaos creator, legend. Hang on a second. I'm just got to, come on, mouse, do the thing. Okay. End the poll. All right. Ending the poll. The results should be up very soon. All right. Halfway through the stream, I haven't even crafted. I crafted before the stream. Like, okay. So 76% said yes, you should make something to the either hat or the booties to match. 20% said only if you want to, and only 2% said no. So out of the 34 votes. Make sure I don't accidentally drink that last bit with all the tea leaf bits in it. That would be bad. Okay, I'm on to water now, you guys. Water. All right, Kim, let's work on our projects. I know you guys have all been working on yours. I had a serious case of yarn bath happen with this. So just before the stream, I did go in and fix it out. So for those of you that are new, I'm working on Tina's Queen. And I'm using the Knit Picks Brava worsted, making the Queen exceptionally bigger. It's now 2.2 meters wide. I'm only up to chart 2. So yay for chart 2. But I put it down for a goodly period of time. And I have picked it back up again. And now I'm happy camper working away on it. Now, the deal I have with Tina to be allowed to work on her pattern during my live streams is to not show the actual pattern. So I can't show you the charts. So every now and again, it's like, oh, no, they're falling. Johnny, you picking on how I say water? Water. I say water. I mean, I'm Australian. You are very welcome. Just don't forget to send me a message or I can't send it to you. Lisby's off to find a pattern. Did you just need permission to start a new project? You did, didn't you? You hilarious. Lindsay says, I somehow missed exactly what we were voting on. So Lisby, who is Lisa over in the Fiberific Fun Zone, excuse me, posted a photo of an amazing rainbow and cream colored queen that she has done. And she wanted to know if we thought she should make matching booties and beanie to go with it. John's like, I wasn't picking on how you were saying it. I was picking on the fact that it's vodka, not water. I mean, I can't prove that it's not. We'll just have to wait and see. Sally says there's no other way to say it. You say water, I hear waddles. Oh my gosh. Leanne, what hadn't you seen done before? Oh, hang on. What hadn't you seen done before? So, Freaky says, that's true, John. We can't smell it from here. It could be vodka. Could be. Dash early in the day for me. And I'm not the biggest fan of straight vodka. So, I'm from South Boston. I've no right to make fun of the way anyone says water. Oh my gosh. Wow. Excuse me. Alrighty, keep working, Chantelle. You'll get sidetracked by the chat because you guys are distracting. Just saying. It's very hard to work on a project because we know it. We've timed it. We've definitely timed how long. Like it takes me 17 minutes to do a row on the blanket when I'm not live, and then it takes 2 hours for me to not finish a row during a live. So yeah. Vodka with a splash of tonic from Franca. Oops, untangle you. There we go. I'm so glad this is such a big table to work on, honestly. I have cleared some things off it, so I've got a bit more room. Because it was like, here, let's see. I don't know if you guys can see the whole table in my overhead shot. No, you can't. But the table goes sort of here, like there. It's quite a long table. So being able to spread things out a bit. I moved my Cricut over onto the other table that I have in here now. So got that done. Hang on, there we go. I got distracted by Xerxes. You want to talk about distracting? My kitten is nomming on my intangibles. I mean, thanks for the specificity of the fact that they're intarsia. Because that could be weird. John, yes, you're right. While I'm being distracted, let's do this now before I forget. Okay. We have people to thank. So this is our, oops, hang on a second. I've got to remove that chat. And the only way to remove the chat is to go back into the chat. I've actually put in a request from the peoples who make the software that there's got to be a better way. Okay, so I want to thank our Patreon supporters here at Fiberific. You guys are who helps me to keep all this gear running. Every month, you guys chip in and help me out by, chipping in $2 or $5 a month US. And it's so helpful, and it's taken so much stress off. Like if I have a light that dies, it used to be a case of, I'll move the other ones around and we'll make do. And now if I have a light that dies, I'm like, I'm just going to order another one because that's a good light and it lasted for years and I've got the money sitting there waiting. So at the moment, we're using some of these funds to save up for a better overhead camera shot. So I want to go and get another proper camera instead of the webcam so that we can have better detail and I'm not having to deal with like color blowouts and like blurriness and all this sort of stuff and having to lock all these settings in place before the stream even starts. So you guys on this list, I want to say huge thank you for every month chipping in and being awesome and helping me to just, I don't even know, like it helps me to not be stressed. It just helps me so much to not be stressed. And I think that's an important thing. So thank you so much to all of you who are on that list. If you want your name on that list, you can go over and join our Patreon if you would like to. Sally has popped a link in if you want to become a Patreon member. We have definitely got some videos coming. So those of you that are Patreon members do get early access. I haven't put out a pre-recording in some time. So you guys are all sitting there laughing. But yeah, it is definitely on the list. And there are scripts that are now completed. And now I've just got to record them. So, and I've done I think finished. I wanted to move some things around and I've got a couple more things to do. And then I'll be ready to start recording regularly. So we'll see how it goes. You're very sad and unloved, Cracker. No, it's got its own little table now. It's not sad and unloved. It gets used. I just had to take it off this table. That's all. Its cord still reaches. It's that close. Ruth says I have to keep an eye on Tropical Storm Fred. He's supposed to be here by Sunday. I mean, that is very hard to get like worried about something called Fred. I'm confused now, John. You didn't mean a Patreon reminder? I'm confused. Lisby loves the overhead shots. I love the overhead shots, but I would just love them a bit better if I didn't have to worry about them so much and I didn't have to fix the color balances. Like this shot here, I've got it set. It doesn't change. I never have to mess around with it. This one here, I have to tweak every single live stream because it's a good webcam. Don't get me wrong. It's a good webcam, but it's still a webcam and it can't deal with low light. Oh, it's a white tequila because you don't like straight. I don't like straight anything really when it comes to booze. Definitely. Yes, Kim, my cry cart, because it's crying in the corner because it's not cutting. Apparently, Knitspin Girls has lost its ability to count to 5. That happens. That happens. You're going to unfriend me. Don't know while touching the table, everything shakes. Okay. I mean, what can I say? It's cricket. And I don't know why I said cry cut. It just came out. And it's hard when you can't count on your fingers because you're using your hands. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, you know, water does not stop the throat thing. I mean, it keeps me hydrated. That's nice. Thanks. Thanks, Waters, for keeping me hydrated. Those of you that are new here, I've got like an issue with my throat and it gets raspy really fast and it's quite annoying for me. And it's just from medication I take for my asthma. There's nothing we can really do about it short of stopping that medication, which we're not going to do. Erina Lee has jumped in. Oh my gosh, Erina. So many people are loving your patterns. Leanne, it's Erina. So thank you so much for jumping into the live. I hope you're having an awesome day. I haven't met Erina yet, but I've spoken to Erina in video calls. I haven't met Erina because she doesn't live nearby. And she is an amazing amigurumi designer. Can somebody grab my my link to Erina's Etsy store and throw that in the chat? That would be awesome. You guys can go and check out for yourself how gorgeous her stuff is. Oh my gosh. Claire, it's a lot. It's a lot. I've got some saving to do. I'm getting there, but we're nudging away at it, but it's a lot. So yeah. There we go. Jackie's put the link in, the little hook, aka Erina Lee. Oh yes, Sally's got the link in too. Go you guys. That's Erina's Etsy store. Her patterns are just adorable. I'm still working on mine. And look, the only reason I'm still working on it is because I keep getting sidetracked by my queen. And Leanne has made multiple things now. And her patterns are so well written. Like, I'm not good with amigurumi because I end up like stressed out. I end up like stressed out from like where I'm going to place the eyes and, oh, it's going to look trash. Like I can get all the crochet bit right. And then it's like the second I got to stitch on limbs, I'm bad. The limbs like sideways but Erina's patterns are really, really clear and show you really good ways to make sure you're stitching into exactly where she did. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Erina says, I should be working, but couldn't help it. That's multitasking to the max. YouTubing, crocheting, talking, looking great. And thank you for the shout out. No worries. Oh my gosh. People who do amazing things. We've got to share the love, right? What's happening here? Casey is alternating 3 skeins. Having the 3 strands equal, use 1 skein halfway. I don't even, my brain can't, I don't know what's happening. Can somebody help Casey? Because I don't know if I can. Oh yeah, poor Claire is going through and changing all of the name of her business. So this is Bob Wilson 123. For those of you that don't know, crochet with, she changed, her name has always been Claire, but she's now changing her branding and her business to match her name. and it looks fantastic. It's just doing such a good job, honestly. But a big part of a brand change and a website rollover is every single link on her YouTube videos went back to the pattern with a different website address. So now she has to manually go in and change every single one. So she's doing fantastic. She's doing fantastic. Where are we? John's YouTube crashed. Sorry, John. Jackie's asking the question, why were you Bob Wilson 123? So that's a good question. She's answered it a few times. And I think that's part of the reason why she wanted to change her branding as well, was that people would be all like, oh, who's Bob? Gosh. Leanne's got a message. It's, hello, Erina. Wonderful to catch you here with Chantelle with some flowers. Awesome. Oh my goodness. So much love in this room, I can tell you right now. So many amazing creators just doing what they do. Claire and Erina are both phenomenal designers, prolific designers, both of you. I don't know how you do it. I'm not a designer. I need the instructions, please. So I definitely appreciate everything that you do. And I'm so glad that I get to chat with you guys as well. A bit special. A little bit special. I don't know if Sally was, if Jackie was actually poking the bear. So Freaky says, I've known the name Bob Wilson 123 for some time now. It's just Claire. It's a huge change. It is a big change. So here we go. There's the explanation. Bob Wilson name was just the username I used to sign up to watch YouTube. Bob was my dog. Wilson was the volleyball off the Castaway movie with Tom Hanks, and 123 was random. And then she started uploading videos and couldn't change it because they made it so that accounts created before a certain date, you can't change the handles. After that, you can. So, which is what I've done. So I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but it used to just be Fiberific. Now it's Chantelle Hill's Fiberific. So, yeah, because I wanted my name in there too. Because, you know, I don't know why. I just did. Oh, Franca, everyone is so talented, and then there is me. Do you know what? I'm going to tell you a story, Franca. My family are all artists. They are painters and sculptors and musicians, and they do phenomenal things. And I love every single thing that they do. And I need a pattern. I can't create, like I can make something in a pinch. Like if I'm looking for something in particular, I can kind of jimmy something together. It's not flash, but I can't design. And so I leave that to the people that can. But my dad said one thing to me, and he said, he's a painter and sculptor. And he said, you know what? Because he said I was doing something and I described it as paint by numbers. And I said, Dad, this is the equivalent of paint by numbers. I'm following someone else's work and I'm just doing what they tell me to do when I'm doing it. And he said, do you know there's actually a huge number of people that can't follow instructions? I'm looking at you, Kim, right now. But there's a huge number of people that cannot follow instructions. They cannot create what they want to create. And he said, you make people warm. You make them blankets. You make them tops. He goes, if we were in an apocalypse, this is where I would go. Because you would be able to keep us warm. You could make fishing nets at a pinch. It's like, you can totally do this. And so my attitude towards my inability to design kind of shifted a little. Like, I still love designers and I still think they're phenomenal, but I don't think I'm a terrible creative now because I can't design. So I thought I would share that with you. So John says I should change my YouTube name. You should, if you want to, you can. Franca says a Bob Wilson is an English football player. I had no idea. There we go. Kim's been called out. I only pick on Kim because she can't seem to follow a pattern, but not in the bad way of not being able to follow a pattern. Kim's like, this would be nice, but as a completely different shape, and off she goes. So yeah. I was showing off my amigurumi treasures 2 yesterday. Oh boy, is it so gorgeous. I brought yarn for the 4th one of the series. Benedict's the Shrew is on my hook. Oh, wow. Gosh. I didn't know you were up to number 4. I knew you'd done 3. I didn't realize you'd started a 4th one. Knitspin Girl says, I need a pattern. I may modify it so much it no longer resembles the pattern, but I need the pattern to get me started. Absolutely. And no problems at all, Franca. We all have our own things that we're not good at, honestly. And we all have things that we think we're not good at when other people look at us and go, actually, you really are. So it's sometimes a perception thing. And also just understanding that we're all in this together, like legit together. That's also helpful. Aspen Maywood says, I cannot freestyle either. Don't even ask me to draw. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I like with a family full of artists, I can't draw. I can't sketch. I can't paint. I mean, I can physically do it, but no one wants to see what I've created. I am an exceptional stick figure drawer. I'm very good at stick figures. And I can also draw shoulders. No heads, no arms, no hands, just shoulders. Oh my gosh. Franca is a visual learner. And that's something to remember as well. If you know you're a visual learner, being on YouTube is a fantastic place for you. You get to see what people are doing and how they're creating it, and not just reading it. I can learn from books. I'm in this very lucky position that I can follow verbal instructions. I can visually follow what people are doing, which is helpful because it means that I can do stuff from other languages. But I can also, so I learn from books and visual and audio, so I can pick it up. I'm very, very lucky that way, and I know I'm very lucky. Erina is in there chatting with Leanne. Oh. Dino Chu says, guys, help. Should I sell my crafts? My dad says I should sell it, but they're my babies. Well, I think you've answered your own question, honestly. As somebody who has made my hobby of crafting my job, it's a tough gig. Making the completed items is a tough gig. I don't sell completed items for one very specific reason. I won't get back enough money to cover the energy that I put into them. So I will happily sell people the yarn, and I will sell them the tools, and I will help them. But I cannot sell my finished creations. They take me too much time. Now, there are some phenomenal people over on Etsy that do sell their completed creations. And you have to be careful. If they're your own design, easy, go do whatever you want to do. But if you're using someone else's design and you're selling that, you could be breaching their copyright. You need to check. So there's lots of things. But if you don't want to sell your creations, you don't have to sell them. So, you know, it's up to you. It's up to you. See you later, Talia. My step-grandma used to make intricate doilies from her head. She never used patterns and doesn't know the stitches by name, but she's been crocheting since she was 7. Oh, absolutely. Erin, it looks like you're off. It was lovely to meet you all and so great to see you in action. Loving all the community here. I'm so glad I dropped by. I better go back to work. We would love to have you one day. Maybe we can have you on. We can do interview things so we can have you over to play if you're not working on a Thursday. Gamer Widows, why do family members want us to sell our crafts? We don't have to make money from our passions. This that down there? What's written there? We don't have to make money from our passions. We can just, sorry, I'm just banging on the table here. We can just, that shouldn't have moved when I moved the table. We can enjoy our passions and enjoy our creative times. We don't have to monetize everything. Hey, Stephanie Miller, welcome to the chat. Kim says, I worry that things might fall apart and people have different expectations if they're buying something as opposed to being gifted something. That's actually a really legitimate point as well. Absolutely. Freaky forgot to change the chat. Even after I reminded everybody to change to your live chat, not your top chat. Excuse me, Crochet with Claire says, I hardly ever sell my crochet. I love to teach, therefore I only have one sample piece. That's the thing, isn't it? Like, if you start selling it, you're going to have to make the same thing over and over again. One time, I was helping out a designer. She had a friend who wanted a particular top of hers, and I had already made one, and this lady wanted one, so I made her one. I charged her like a good hourly rate. But then someone else wanted one, and I made one for them. By the end of that last one, I was so over making that pattern. So over it. Lisby says, I'm looking at medically retiring at the moment, making hard life decisions. Everybody is trying to find ways to monetize my life. It makes it hard, doesn't it? Like, to enjoy something, because the second you're enjoying it, people are like, you could sell that. You could totally sell that. Or you could charge people for that. And sometimes we do things because we love it. And we don't want to sell it. We don't want to put a price tag on our gift. And that's a hard call. That's a hard decision, especially if you are looking at retiring and, you know, income will need to still be incoming. It's a tough call. I definitely can understand. Oh, have I done something wrong here? Oh, no, but I was about to do something wrong. Okay. So, yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Oh, excellent point, Xerxes. I'm an artist, not a factory. Yep. And here we go. Knitspin Girls, I agree with you. Making to sell can suck all your enjoyment out of making. Totally. Totally. The other problem is people assume that if you're making as a hobby, you really like what you're doing and would do it anyway. So they won't pay you for your time, just your materials. Absolutely. This is a discussion that's quite large in there's a sort of crafters guild group thing. And it's a constant discussion is what do we charge for our work? And some people are like, oh, I just charge triple the amount of the materials. And it's just like, dude, that took you 90 hours to make. And, you know, when myself and another lady suggested, what's your hourly rate? Add in the materials, add in amenities. Like, you know, you've got to have the lights on while you're working. If you're running this as a business, run it as a business and put in all the business costs. Don't undercut it or you're not going to be able to keep doing it. It'll be like a one-off here and there. It's not going to become a business. It's going to become I just sell for my hobby on occasion. So, yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Crochet with Claire is saying, I'm really enjoying this segment in the chat. It's a bit different. I'm loving it. I think you guys are asking some brilliant questions. I nearly clicked that, Freaky. Nearly. Jackie Doyle says, I'm a process, not production knitter. Once I've done it once, that's enough. I don't want to do it again. That is also me. I'm a process crafter. I quite often don't even finish the project because I've learned how to do the thing I wanted to learn and I've moved on mentally. And Chaos Creator says, and some people are happy to charge for the materials, which makes it not just super hard, but near impossible to compete. Because, you know, we've all seen that meme go around where somebody wanted the price for a handmade blanket and then they were given a price, and then that person complained and were like, well, I can get it for this much from Walmart. And it's just like, dude, go to Walmart. We're also, we're not just competing against other handcrafters. We're talking about a market where there's factory machine knitted things, and crochet can never be machine done. Every single piece of crochet you see out in the world, somebody has made by hand. And when you see their work diminished by an entire crochet top for $20, you just look at it and just shake your head, because somebody got paid less than $1 to make that. So yeah, it's you're not just competing with other crafters, you're also competing with industry. So yeah, it's a tough gig. It's not to say don't do it. Not to say don't do it, but just understand that you've got some hurdles to cross. You're not finished something, really? Yes. Thanks. Lisby says, my mum wants me to make her a queen because she loves it. I don't want to go back. Have you considered showing her some of the other patterns that Tina has done, the other mosaic patterns? I love the queen. I'll be glad when it's over. I definitely would be interested in checking out the Arizona and some of her other options that she has out there for sure. But it's your call. It's your hands. Maybe you could charge your mum. She wants you to monetize everything. Tell her it'll be this many dollars. Arsag says, no one can afford my mad skills, so I tend to give away my work to friends and family or donate it to charity. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. Enjoying what you do and doing it because you enjoy it. There's love in every stitch. There's passion in every stitch. So, yeah. Sally says, my sister was shocked at the price I quoted her to make a hat and scarf for my toddler niece. I can bet she wanted premium quality materials, and that like here we go. This will make one hat. That's $29 for that one and $22 for that one. That's just materials. That does not include any work or a pattern. So, yeah. I love making quilts, but would never sell them. No one would ever pay what I would have to charge for them. I'd rather gift them than make them to sell. Absolutely. And Natalie's got an excellent point. But then some people, not everybody, but some people will go out and pay thousands for a crochet handbag by Gucci. And they're probably made in some sweatshop somewhere. Honestly. I mean, I don't know. I could be totally wrong and Gucci's going to come at me. No, they're not. But like the chances are that they did not pay. They did not pay anywhere near enough for the maker. Kim says, how much should I charge for my bee bag, for example? See, that's the thing. Like Kim also sews, and she's made this stunning bag. Kim, if you put a photo of it into the fun zone, it is absolutely phenomenal. She did cut out pieces on a Cricut. It's got leather. It's got fabric. It's got crazy, amazing skills all poured into it. But it's got leather. It's got fabric. You had to use how many different machines to make it? Like, there are costs. There are inherent costs. So, yeah. This Spin Girl says, I've had someone tell me I shouldn't charge as much for hand-spun hand knit as a commercial hand knit because my materials were cheaper. Do they think that? Do they? Have they not had to purchase fiber before? 100 grams of decent quality fiber is at least $20. At least. If it's hand-dyed and if it's got anything fun or interesting in it, that just goes up. It's at least $20. So, yeah, they just don't know what they're talking out of a different orifice. So, yeah. I'm just there's so many amazing comments in here, you guys. Like, you're phenomenal today. Absolutely phenomenal. Sally says that she bought the yarn but was still shocked at the price for the hours. Well, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, it's not no time. It's not no time. Claire says, I need a new bag. I need a new handbag too. I've got my Doctor Who handbag, which I love, but the handles are literally ripping apart. And I'm learning how to sew handbags. I really should be able just to replace the handles, right? But I'm like freaking out. I'm like, maybe I should just buy a new handbag. Oh my gosh. Chaos Creator says it. Well, hang on a second, it jumped. Chaos Creator says it cost me $5,000 in machines to make it. And that's the thing, like, they don't understand. You've got multiple machines that do all these different things that you've got to maintain, let alone the cost. Lindsay says, I've just done craft shows. In the first year, it was just to get rid of things that I'd made that were taking up space. The next year, I had to fill in stock and it became more of a chore. Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. Sometimes if you've got a whole pile of stuff and you want to get rid of it, you want to get rid of it. In your brain, you just want it gone. And that was like when we did the lucky dips for all those yarns that we had at the Australian Crochet Guild thing. I put like they were all at a loss. Like there was no that was it. But I wanted to get rid of them. I needed them out of my way. They were in my way. And they were slowing down production. They were slowing down things. They were taking up precious space, and I needed them gone. But they were good. They're still good. You know what I mean? So yeah. My materials were cheaper. I'd process from raw fleece. Apparently, my time and expertise aren't worth anything. Yeah. So a decent raw fleece is still, not inexpensive per kilo. Like what is it? It's like $40 a kilo for a good fleece. But how many hours did you spend scouring that sucker? Like, seriously. I had a friend who had a stall in a handmade collective type store with her handmade bags and pulled her stuff out because it wasn't selling. And the owner had told her she was expecting too much. Yeah, and if that's the view of the owner, what chance did she have? Absolutely, because the owner would always be directing customers to other people's products that were less expensive. So I used to charge $80 an hour for massage. I was told by someone I was too expensive. I told them they were paying for my massage time, the laundering, the towels, and my training. My massage therapist is more than $80. I can tell you that right now. So, and you pay for the skills. You pay for someone to keep up on their skills and to keep training and to learn that something that was fine 5 years ago is now no longer acceptable, and that you've got to do it this other way now. You pay for the constant re-upping of people's skills. Absolutely. That's right. Plus the oils, the power, the heating, the insurance. Absolutely. Some people have no idea how making things, even a blanket, is not cheap. If a builder builds a house, not only do you need to pay for the equipment and the materials, you have to be paid. You have to pay the labor. Absolutely. Absolutely. Molly slept under her blanket on the couch this week and said, I love it. I'm going to keep it forever. And I said, you better. And their insistence, the rooms, the admin, the time to bill and such. Yes, insurance. But yeah. And this is the thing, like they're like, oh no, I was here for an hour, but they don't understand that's not how it works. You can't book a next client in directly 1 minute later because you have to strip everything down. You have to put fresh everything in, make it pretty for the next person and hygienic. You also have to go out and charge them or accept your payment and go to the bank or whatever. There's so many things. Freaky Geek. I'm not putting that up. Building a house in plywood, it's like $90 a sheet right now. Yeah. Like that's the thing. Materials are not cheap either. Now I'm at the end of my row here, guys, which is why I'd stopped. I just need to double check that I'm doing the right thing on the pattern. So hang on a second. So it's that, then 3, then 1, then 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, then that one. Okay, so 1, 2. All right, you guys, sorry. Because it's a repeat all the way across the pattern until it's not. And that means we made it to the end of a row. How phenomenal is that? We actually made it to the end of our row. And I nearly made it through all of my yarn bath. Nearly. Not quite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And that's one. And I've got snippers. We did a row. We did a row. The row is finished. Okay. Where are we at with the yarn bath on this guy? Oh, look at that. We nearly got rid of all of the yarn bath too. Sweet as, bro. Alrighty. Where are we at? Should we join the orange back up for the next row? Or should we my hands are a bit hot, so I'm just gonna sit back here and read some comments. I need to top up my water, my legit water. Bye, Mel. Have an awesome day. I only got through 6.5 repeats during the live. I need to type less. That's what I said to that. Jennifer Baker says, my husband is a painter and he has people wanting him to charge less when he uses a spray gun. It's an expensive machine and takes skill to use. Yes, it does. Have you seen people on YouTube trying to use spray guns? Seen people on what's that show? What's the show where they build the houses and they've got to do room reveals and Scotty Cam's on it. I can't remember. Anyway, these people who think that a spray gun is easy. It is not easy. It's not easy. Oh my goodness. Game Widow said, I spent 3 years doing a diploma plus postgrad courses to specialize. I was more qualified than the shopping center place and I charged accordingly. I may have told them to go find someone cheaper. Absolutely. Sally says, my mum has made many handmade quilts and gave me some and had some evaluated. Some are worth $2,000 plus. So much time and effort goes into them. And that's the thing, time and effort. There are skills in everything that we do. And we hear people like, oh, you just do craft. No, I create things. I don't just do anything. It is skills that you've perfected and honed over however many years. Like any other industry, if you say, I've been doing this for 20 plus years, everyone's just like, whoa, that's phenomenal. Anyone says, oh, you've been crafting for 20 plus years, they're like, oh, yeah, cool. They don't evaluate it the same, and that's wrong. You are perfecting and honing skills. So, yeah. Are you going to sew in those ends or hide them in a border? So this particular pattern, so we're talking about all of these ends. Every row has an end. This particular pattern has like an enclosed double-sided border, and it's to fill with the ends. So yeah, I'm definitely not weaving in these ends. No. Lisby says, Ravelry isn't giving me the love on a beanie booty crochet set. Anyone have a go-to pattern? Well, you don't have to have a set. You could choose separate patterns, right? The block. That's it. Scotty Cam's on the block. Thank you. I think I need a new chair, you guys. This one's starting to not be my friend. Whoops. Main part of the reason I don't use my master's in sport and work in fitness industry, no one wanted to pay what I was worth because celebrities on YouTube apparently know more than me. Yeah, that's another thing. Us YouTubers suck. Let me look here. The difference between homemade and handmade. Yeah. And that's a thing. People equate homemade and handmade to be the same thing. And some homemade stuff, it's dodge. Some handmade stuff is dodge depending on who you've got making it. But it's not, yeah, it's just it does my head in, honestly. Yeah, thank goodness for that. I agree. I absolutely agree. Molly Finney is asking as well how the edges are finished on this project. There's Tina has an instruction for a little mini test one, and it's in the house, otherwise I'd show you. But basically you go around and you slip stitch all, I'm pointing to it, hang on. So you go around and you create like this slip stitch thing, and you work a border out on both sides, and then you join them together, and it kind of creates like a little pocket for all of these to go into. So they're kind of hidden. They're not so much, and because I'm doing a single solid color, I don't have to worry about any of the additional work. So yeah, they're kind of just like, it's just sort of like a hidden thing. It's bizarre, but it works. John says, everyone is a photographer now. No one wants to pay for professional photography, a professional photographer with multiple university degrees. Yeah. And that's the thing, like, but you get what you pay for, right? Like, you know what lens to use, what aperture to set, everything straight up, bam, get a good shot, get 5 great shots in 5 minutes. Some of these guys, like, and me included, because I take all my own photos, I'm kind of like taking 20 shots to try and get a good one. So, because I don't have the skills to do it quickly, which is what you have. So, yeah. Oh, yes. Here we go. Another one. How about ready to wear versus bespoke or tailor-made? Very different outcomes. Absolutely. Absolutely. As somebody who finds it very difficult to buy clothes off a rack, and I have to because I can't afford bespoke or tailor-made, having clothes that fit is really nice. So every now and again, I'll find something that I'll put it on and I'll be like, and you check, because it's like, surely there's got to be something bad. And it's like, they're the right length. Like, I'm thinking the pants I'm currently wearing, they're the right length. They've got just enough like ease. I don't like tight pants. So they've got a bit of ease. The waist sits on my waist because I've got a bit of an hourglass going on. And so like massive hips, little waist. To get pants over my hips, normally the waist is out here and it's like all this gapey fabric. Anyway, don't have that on these pants. So happy. But yeah, it is insane. Jackie Doyle, to be fair, I'd rather watch Chris Hemsworth talk fitness than you. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. I suppose it depends. Like, do you actually want to follow the instructions, or are you just there to watch? Because, I mean, that's the difference there, isn't it? So, yeah. And surely I can't be the only person who has problems with off the rack clothing. Like, even just height stuff is just annoying. I buy a pair of jeans and I have to take them up 6 inches because apparently girls my size are really tall, not 5'2". Kim doesn't follow instructions. So true. So true. I could lose water weight from all the drill, but you'll put it back on because it's just water weight. Oh my goodness. All right. My orange is starting to get all like messy. I want to make sure I get from the inside of the ball. I don't want to deal with this. All right. Let's join on the next color. How are you all going in your projects? Like, have I distracted you so much that none of you are working on projects today? Is that what's going on here? Okay. I'll just tighten up these ends. Oh, here we go. Yeah, our pants are the same size, but mine are too short and hers too long. Absolutely. You make a slip stitch on one side and do 4 or 5 rows of Ruth is giving instructions on how to hide the towels. Cool. Freaky had to put his knitting down. Everyone has a problem with off-the-rack clothing. I don't know anyone of all the different shapes who doesn't have a problem. I don't know anybody who just buys clothes and they fit perfectly. Do any of you know anybody who can just buy clothes off the rack and they fit perfectly? Sorry, I'm at the start thing. Ruth has to add length on. Oops, I missed. Hang on, it jumped. I've been trying to make a poncho and forever making a mistake. Sorry about that. Zessie says, kitten now warmly asleep under the project, knitting now going well. Good. Andrew says, I finished all the petals on my sunflower amigurumi. I'm working on the leaves now. Fantastic. Chaos Creator's got a question for Lisby. There's a guy, Stylish Dad, on YouTube. He teaches how to tailor your clothes. There's actually a few really amazing YouTubers that teach about clothing adjustments and things like that because we need them. Like, it's ridiculous, isn't it, that we need them? I found one brand of dresses that fit well and look good and last forever because they're quality and slowly building a collection, $150 dress at a time. Yeah. I have City Chic, which is a local, or City Chic, I think they want to be called now. But I've got a couple of really beautiful dresses, but I don't get to wear them very often because they're like cocktail dresses, and they are beautiful and I love them, but then, and they're well made and most of them have pockets, which is like, hello, love pockets. Yeah. Oh, Franco says, not your fault. I've been making it for a while. Okay, cool. Because quite often, like, people send me messages later, like, I made a mistake and I didn't notice it because I was watching the live stream. Oh my God, now I've got to rip back 27 rows. I'm like, whoops. Off the rack just makes me feel awful and falls apart in a year anyway. Yep, I agree. Absolutely. Wearing a dress, it's got pockets. I'm very happy. Yeah. I do love pockets. No, not, oh gosh, I've just clicked onto what you would, no, not that. Pockets in my pants or in my dresses. Gosh. Hubby usually has to get his jeans taken up when purchasing from Jeanswear, but was shocked that this time he didn't have to. Has he gotten taller? I don't know. Dude, wear the beautiful dresses to Woolies. No. I would look like the insane lady walking around at the shops with the beautiful fancy dresses on. Oh my gosh. They're beautiful dresses. I love them. And I try to look after them very carefully in my very, very dusty house. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, hang on a second. Did I screw it up? Yes, I did. Don't do that one there, Chantelle. Learn to count. Apparently, I can't count to 4. Knit Spin Girls. So I don't know if that makes you feel any better about your 5s, because apparently I can't do 4s. So, I mean, what does that say? What does that say? Hang on, I'm nearly at the marker. Okay. Now I'm at my repeat. Make it big so I can see it because I'm blind. Kim says that I've worked out if by the 7/8 jeans, I don't need to take them up. Yeah. And 3/4 legs are the perfect capri length. Oh, wow, okay. I think I may have gotten a different style of jean this time around. Oh, he may have. Maybe he did. Yeah. This is the thing, isn't it? Yeah, skinny jeans are not my friend. I don't do skinny jeans. All right, now I need to move this marker up one so that I can find it for later. Come back here, little marker. Bam. Get in the stitch. Oh, my neighbors are home. Hope you can't hear them. I'm looking at getting a different kind of microphone, you guys, that'll pick up less of the ambient noise. The catch is I'll need to bring it into the shot, and I don't know how I feel about it. For like some things, like if I'm doing like technical stuff, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. But for you guys, I like it to feel more like a conversation. There's no microphone. Like, hi, how are you? You know, I don't like that. So we'll see. We'll see what I do. Yeah, I bought from Holy Clothing before, many years ago. They were great. My sister can buy off the rack. I made a skirt for her once, and the teacher asked me her waist size. I said 18 inches in front of everyone. Said I was a liar. Oh, you made the skirt. You know exactly what her waist measurement was. Gamer Widows win. Yeah. Tried on the knee-high socks, and they fit. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. Crochet a microphone cozy. I mean, that would be funny. That would probably work. I'm not a fan of jeggings. Oh, I'm a big fan of jeggings. I've got one pair, but they're too long. And I have to roll them up, so they look dumb. Yeah. Goodness me. Hang on a second. There we go. But you can't not wear skinny jeans tucked into knee. Yeah, if you're wearing knee-high boots, you kind of got to wear skinny jeans, right? Or at least tapered jeans. You can't like wear bootlegs or something tucked into the boots. You need to buy that special sewing machine that lets you hem pants. We were talking in a group about like when people realize you own a sewing machine, the first thing they do is say, hey, can you hem my pants? I was like, my machine doesn't hem pants. Oh my gosh. I feel like such a cow when I do that because I'm like, dude, I'm not hemming your pants. I don't hem my own pants. I hate hem. What are jeggings? Jeggings are basically thick tights that look like they're made out of denim, but they're stretchy. That's probably my best definition. Kim, if you've got a better description for me, that would be awesome. See you later, Dino Chew. Have a great week. I'll hem them for you. That'll cost you $500 for my time, my experience, and my machine, plus shipping to the US. Jeans, leggings. Yeah, they're basically like thick tights. Leggings are made of like no, I don't think they are. I think they're just made out of like cotton and elastane. I could be wrong. I don't have a pair handy to check, but I think it's mostly cotton and elastane. Two, then one. Oh, and no zip, no button, and you just pull them on. Absolutely. Yeah. You learn all the things in a chat here with us, Gail, don't you? It's like, yeah, it's a live craft and chat, but we don't talk. We talk about all sorts of stuff. I mean, we do talk about craft, but we do talk about all sorts of stuff. Mine are a denim. Well, denim's technically cotton, so you know. My straight legs tuck into my knee-high boots, Chaos Creators. Not heard of the Tim Tams in a while. I'll tell you a Tim Tam story. You ready? We've got one of those drone delivery companies that are trialing in our area. And Abby found out they're trialing in our area, but they don't deliver to our house because we've got like a lot of power lines right at the front of the property. And so they don't come through. Anyway, she worked out that she could get it delivered to next door. And the drone delivery company, because they're coming into the area and they want to work out their paths and everything, they're offering people free packet of Tim Tams and a bottle of water drone delivery just to get it delivered. So Abby had it delivered to next door and then had to go next door. Hi, my drone delivery delivered in your yard. Sorry. And now she's contacted the drone delivery company and they found a spot in our yard that they'll deliver to. So Abby's just like, woohoo, I'm just getting all the things delivered. And my husband's like, what would you get delivered, Abby? That's ridiculous. I'm like, I'll tell you what I get delivered today, milk. Bloody tell me 10 minutes before the stream that you forgot to go and buy some. Grr. I don't even have time to go anywhere. That's why I don't have hot tea, you guys, to soothe my sore throat. Love Tim Tams, me too. Will they deliver to Canada? I would look them up. They're an international company. They're called Wing, W-I-N-J. I know that they're delivering in a few different countries. I don't know exactly where. Is that the same place that Joss uses? Yeah, I don't know if they still deliver to Joss's area anymore. I think they've moved into a different area. But yes, it's the same company. And you were amazed Uber Drive delivers booze in Victoria. Yeah, I mean, I thought they had to have all sorts of licenses to deliver booze, but I could be wrong. Amazon sells what? Tim Tams. They sell the American Tim Tams. They don't sell the Australian Tim Tams. So I'm not sure if you've watched any of the It's Crochet O'Clock videos. So Stephanie is our Tim Tam connoisseur. She's American. She can't eat American Tim Tams because they actually put coconut in them and she's allergic to coconut. So she has to get like me or Kim or someone else that we know to ship her Australian Tim Tams. We use a different chocolate. We use a different biscuit base. It's totally a different experience. Like they look the same, they don't taste the same. Skeet shooting with prizes. Oh, Kim says she doesn't eat them anymore. No, she's being a good girl. Let me see. So I did the one, and then that goes. Hang on a second. I'm up to 2. Okay. All right, Chantelle. It's all good. Just follow the instructions. Okay. And now 2. Holly has found a 4th knot in her yarn. Oh my gosh, Holly, that's got to be annoying. As a person who has to deal with commercially milled yarns, I understand why they say knots are normal, right? I get it. Maybe 1 knot in a 100-gram ball, but apparently 2 knots in a 50-gram ball is okay. Not for anybody paying a full price for a ball of yarn. It's not. Numpties. Wish I could be a good girl. Don't we all? Don't we all? I'm not too bad. But yeah, there are days. So what have you all got planned for the rest of the week? So it's Thursday here for me here. Tomorrow's Friday. I am working on some stuff in the back end here, just quietly working on some things that are terrifying me, business related stuff to sort of progress some things, which I can't really talk about yet. We'll get there, but I'll get there. And I have got, I'm cleaning the dye area because I've got another batch to get ready to do now. For those of you that are wondering, I am having to turn off all of my dyeing. So the yarns that I do have, which I've taken off the website for now, they'll be the last. So I've got some custom dye orders that I'm getting slowly through. and I've got some Mystery Lace Club that I'm still slowly getting through, and then that's it. It's just a decision I had to make, and I'm not happy about it, but that's what I've had to do. So I am going to slowly plod through and get all these things done so that they're not on my chest anymore. Like I think about it all the time, that I'm like, I owe these yarns, and I was stressing out about it a little bit. So I will get those done starting next week. There's a few more that'll go out, Excuse me. And then I'm just going to keep tidying in here and making it all pretty, but I'm going to work on my queen, and I'm going to work on my little amigurumi. I want to do another couple of rows on that because I haven't done any for ages. Okay. What are you guys? John's complaining about 2 knots in 50 grams. Yeah. Kelly Pole says, I find it hard to find the right hook size. Even when the gauge doesn't matter, always spends hours trying 3 different hook sizes. Oh my gosh, absolutely. Franca says, now the UK left the EU, Boris Johnson has made a deal with Australia for us to get Tim Tams. I mean, that must have been a high priority. Cersei says, I don't know, more lockdown. Oh my gosh, yeah, you and Gamer Widows, you're in the same boat. Knitting, Stardew Valley, going out for dinner. Oh my gosh, that sounds nice. Aspen said, I had a strand missing for a full color change in 212s from the same lot, and they wouldn't accept that it's not the same as having a knot. Oh, I am not a fan of 12s. I am not a fan. Artsag says, crafting, gaming, ignoring whiny teenagers, the huge. I love that. Yeah, that's pretty much my life. Not as much gaming as I used to do. I bought myself a really cool laptop that I can game on, and I haven't used it yet for gaming. I use it for live streaming. Lisby's out. Bye, Lisby. Liz Moore is in lockdown. Oh, going to go to my dye pots and have some fun. Do it. Andrea has got to finish the sunflower and make some more masks for everybody. Do you know what? I bought the bullet and bought some. And it felt so stupid. I have a sewing machine. I have the skills to make them. But I was like, you know what? I'm done. I just want to buy a couple. So I bought us all one each. We're in Brisbane. We don't need them that often. Abby needs them every day for school. So we're just washing them for her at the moment. Zessie says, fortunately, lockdown is my happy place. I know. Like I hear about all these people that are like, you know, infringing on my right. And it's like making me go out infringing on my rights. Oh, Vampire. Taking care of Artsag like normal and maybe finish a couple of small projects. I'm assuming you guys know each other. I installed an extended mod for it. Now I have new characters in the game. Oh, that sounds exciting. Jennifer Baker's shushing. What are we shushing, Jennifer? I don't know. No idea. Gotta go. Loved spending the morning. It was so good having you here, Sheridan. We'll see you next time. Bye. I'd enjoy lockdown more if I didn't have my kiddo here, then I could make noise. I mean, there is that, isn't there? There's that whole, like, people are working and you've got to let them work and, you know, yeah. Agree. Bob says, I don't see people for months except for the mail lady. Oh, gosh. Oh, my goodness. He's my better half. I got him into watching the lives with me. Oh, wow. Okay. Cool. Thanks. I hope it was fun. Oh, yeah. You and me both, Franca. You and me both. It is definitely an interesting topic, and people think about it differently. And it's just so, I don't want to go into it, but yeah. Gail says that from where I am in Queensland, we've actually not had lockdown. So that is cool. That's nice. I would definitely be happy if I was in that position, but not. So, yeah, definitely. Abby, my daughter, is having to wear her masks every day at high school. And she's not a big fan. She gets it. She's doing it. But there's apparently kids at school. She actually came home yesterday and she says, Mum, you might get a message from school. I may have been a bit disrespectful to one of my teachers. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, well, I walked into one of my subjects and the teacher didn't have her mask on. And I was like, oh, hi, miss. Have you forgotten your mask? And the teacher came out and said, I've got asthma. I don't have to wear a mask. And Abby apparently went, asthmatics can wear masks. She's like, my mum does. Like, I'm chronic asthmatic with only like 70% lung capacity, and I can still wear a mask. And it's just like, I will totally be wearing a mask even more because I don't want your germs in me. Oh my gosh. I liked being laid off and getting paid by the state to watch YouTube and crochet. I mean, there's that side of it, isn't it? All these people that are losing their businesses and stuff like that. That's trash. I hate that so much, and I feel so sorry for them. But yeah, it's a different game for every single person. You know, every single person is having to deal with it differently. There's, you know, those of us that are extroverted and can't bear to stay at home. They're not dealing, you know. Those of us that are a bit introverted or with hobbies where we can be at home, it's like, we're like, woohoo, you know, no one's trying to make us go out. But yeah, it's a different thing. It's different for every person, and it's different for every country, and even states within countries, it's different. But yeah, I don't want to go too deep into it. I have opinions that I'm not willing to share. Oh no, Kathy said I just knitted 3 rows of my shawl and then tinked 3 rows. Oh, Kathy. Goodness me. Yes, it's time for that one to go on a break. My hubby is asthmatic as well, and he wears a mask at work. Yeah. John says, I like being at home. All my stuff is here. Me too. And Andrea is off. Freaky is off. Sorry. Bye, Freaky. Andrea says, the other day I saw someone giving the finger to every QR code as they were walking in the local supermarket. She was also not wearing a mask. Yeah, that's frustrating. I'll be somewhere and realize, I forgot to scan the QR code. And I'm like, where's your QR code? Where's your QR code? So I don't know about other countries, but in Australia, we've got the QR codes and you scan, like you just have your phone with you. And every time you enter a shop or a cafe, you just scan. It's just for contact tracing. And it's just like, I'm not doing nothing. Like, seriously, they must look at my thing and be so bored. Like, if the government are tracking me via this, they're bored. They're bored. My life is not that exciting. It's like, oh, she went to the phone place and then Woolies. She did the grocery shopping. Woohoo! She went to the bank. Woohoo! I mean, you know, like boring. It's not like, you know, I'm QR coding outside of anywhere exciting. There's Jackie's got to go. Bye, Jackie. Have an awesome day. Holly says, I have a friend that has a nephew that is a total introvert, and he told her that he's been training for this lockdown his whole life. Yes. Yeah. I agree with you, Franca, but not everybody does. The scan the QR code squares. Yeah, I couldn't be bothered. Yeah, I do it. Yeah, I just sign in. I don't think we've ever had to sign out. I'm not sure. Anyway, guys, it is time. It is that time of the day. We have had a phenomenal live stream. And if you want to catch out any of the videos, we've talked about the Continental video. It was in the chat, but if you just go to the YouTube homepage, it's actually one of the first videos right there. You will see it. And there's also some videos on how to make some of the other stitches, like making one right, making one left, using Continental methods as well. So you can go and check those out if you want. I will catch you all next week for our live stream. Thursday, 10 a.m. for me. And I think it's Wednesday, like PST in the US. I don't know. I don't know all the time zones. This time works for me. So sorry. Franca, Thank you so much. It's got to be so late, or so early. It's probably so early for you now. So thank you for coming and hanging out for the whole chat. And thank you to all of you that are in the chat. I will get this prize off to the winner. We don't normally do prizes, so don't think that next week there'll be one, because there probably won't be. I just needed to test out something and it seemed like a good way to test it. So it's 3 a.m. for Franca. Oh my goodness. So I will see you all next time. Have a fantastic week. Look after yourselves and be awesome and make awesome things. So I'll catch you next time. Bye.